Welcome, welcome, welcome. Beautiful star seeds. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for your presence here tonight. And let me know, where are you tuning in from? What part of the world are you tuning in from? Let me know on the comments. I would love to find out. And let me go ahead and get some music for us. I have some really amazing things going on today. Um, so I have some really interesting readings that came up this morning for me through the Oracle cards. And this week, for whatever reason, I've been kind of just guided to get a little bit into more information in regards to our space, our galaxy, and finding out through Akashic Records. I've been working with my own Akashic Records for a while, and a lot of the information I've been finding is pretty much aligned with the truth. It aligns with my heart. So this morning I did a oracle reading with the Oracle of the Unicorns. And I really want to make sure that everybody that's here, which I'm sure all of you who are here tuning in, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this in the replay, thank you. This message is for you, dear Starseed. I'm looking at you. You're here for a reason. And I want you to know that I have a message for you from the Oracle of the Unicorns. So just for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathleen. I'm from Blooming Lotus Healing Art, and I have a space here for weekly spiritual guidance as well as tools. I share tools for your self-healing. We're going through a lot in this planet, in this third dimension, 3D dimension. And of course, we have to utilize as many tools as possible to help us gather ourselves and walk together towards the path of self-healing, the path of healing. We as starseeds have a mission in this planet, and it's important that we, watch those signs with the universe. You're watching this because you're being called. This is not a mistake. The fact that you're here right now watching this. So let me go ahead and get started. Let me know on the comments if you want any readings tonight. I will be doing some readings. I have my thing here. So what can I say? So today, let's go ahead and get started with a little bit of a deep breath and connect ourselves with our center, our hearts, as it is there where all of our truth resides. So let's go ahead and connect with our hearts. Let's participate on a small connection, a small meditation. I like to start with a meditation. So let's close our eyes and take a moment to just connect with our breath. And then as we connect with our breath, with a state of gratitude, an open heart, knowing that we are alive thanks to this breath, prana, coming through our body and blessing us with every breath that we take. So let's take a moment to stay grateful for the now, for the present. Observing our nostrils and how it feels whenever we take a breath in. Observing the sensations of the breath coming in and out of our nostrils. And as we continue to breathe in our mind's eye, I invite you to imagine this beautiful light coming through your nostrils. And as it comes in, feeling the expansion of your body, of your lungs, of your belly, your torso, just connecting with the rhythm of your body as it receives the prana, the breath of life. Connecting with that feeling of being alive, of the movement of our body, the subtleness of our breath. And I invite you, in your mind's eye, to focus your attention in your heart, the center of your chest. Imagine a portal opening up right now. Imagine a round portal opening up slowly. And on the other side, you see the stars and the planets within you. And just observe that for a minute. Bask in the beauty of who you are, dear starseed, dear soul. As you observe in a state of awe and curiosity, I invite you in your mind's eye to go through that portal into the other side and explore this universe within you. Dear star child, let this be a moment of remembrance of who you are and what you carry within you. You are so vast and so powerful. Let this be a moment for you to receive the energy of unconditional love from the universe, feeling as if you have a blanket of stars surrounding you at this moment. Oh, dear child, dear starseed, you're here for a purpose. You have a calling. Open your heart and your mind to receive this activation tonight, as it is for you, for your highest good and the highest good of everybody else connected to all of us. Continue to explore that universe within you. Maybe you see planets, maybe you see stars, maybe even other galaxies. Maybe a being comes in and shows up, or an angel, or an archangel. And if you look further, there's this beautiful, tall archangel creating a circle of light all around us, protecting us from all forms that keep us bound into ignorance, keep us bound into what is not true. Those shackles now are released. So imagine that beautiful white angel, tall and wearing a long robe and beautiful feather-like wings, all white and bright. In contrast of the darkness, the vast darkness of the universe, lighting you up, feeding you with its energy. Let this be a safe space for everybody connected right now to open your heart and your soul and your mind. Now slowly go back into the portal that you came through, becoming aware of your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, and slowly becoming aware of your room. And you may open your eyes. Feeling refreshed and ready to receive tonight's reading. Thank you for participating on that meditation. It was all guided by my own guides from a place of love and compassion for all of you. Hi, Dana. Absolutely, I have you. On my list. I will definitely read for you. But before we get started with the readings, of course, if you want a reading, everybody do what Dana did. Make sure that you let me know on the comments. Hi, Celeste. How are you doing? Beautiful. So let me know in the comments if you want a reading. Of course, I am inviting you to donate if you can. It's not required, but if you can, go ahead and donate. Suggesting 1111 for 3 cards and 2222 for 7 cards. If you cannot do any of that, then whatever you donate, it's fine. If you donate, you get bumped up on the list. Hi, Diddy. Absolutely. So before we get started, I really wanted to go ahead and go over the cards that came up for me this morning after my meditation. And I believe that all of you who are watching, this is meant for you. So we're going through a specific time right now that is important to recognize that we're going through a crisis all together. We're experiencing a crisis together as a collective for a purpose. And I know it's hard to understand on this 3D environment because it's hard. We are in a very dense environment. It's painful. We're meant to feel all the emotions that we're meant to feel. And for this reason, it tends to be really hard for us to process that, to see things from a higher perspective, because the dimension that we live in is really a 3D dimension. So we're meant to see things kind of like here, right? But this is a really important message that I have for you, because we all have a active participation in this process, and there is a purpose for everything that we're going through. I myself have gone through many issues in my life as well, and I know how painful things can get and how difficult things can get. So I'm coming from a place of compassion when I say this to you. Try to see things from a different perspective as much as you can, and do try to meditate as much as you can, because this is the time to find our center. We have a big responsibility as a collective to shift our earth towards healing. There's a reason why we had so many years of, let's say, ignorance, and I don't say ignorance in a bad way, but just ignorance in a way that, we were ignoring something. We were not aware of something. So the first card that came up for us is the card of awareness. And the second card that came up was the card of hope. And again, for everybody, this is for everybody watching right now. And the third card that came up is healer. Guys, we are all healers in this planet. I have a message for you, dear soul. You have the power within you to shift your life into a better place. But the only way that we can do this is by going inside, not outside. Outside is not going to happen. The movements that have been happening in this planet for the past year are distracting us from what is really at hand right now. There's a lot of pain in the world that is being released at this time. This is the reason why we've had all of the movements and all of the expressions of anger and in the collective. It's not because we're meant to be fighting with each other. It's because we're meant to release all of this angst and all of this pain, this ancestral pain. Remember, it's ancestral. It's not only you in this reality. You have actual information in your DNA. You have actual information in your blood that's coming from your ancestors. So, dear star child, I know that each one of you who are watching this, I know you are resonating with this. There's a reason why you're watching this right now, because you have the information within you. You have a key within you. There's so much that we don't know. The science is still finding so much out. And finally, science is coming together with spirituality because they're not separated. Science and spirit are all together. They come together. Biologically speaking, and spiritually speaking, it's the same thing. So it's important that we remember this. So I want you to realize, dear star child, that you have the power within you to heal yourself. And I'm telling you this from a place of knowing, because I myself have gone through a lot of things in my life. And I'm still working on them. I'm not saying that I have the answers to all, because I don't. But what I can tell you right now is that based on of the downloads that I'm getting and the information that I'm receiving, that is like just popping out of nowhere for me and is really resonating with me, I feel very passionate about this. So it's important that we remember that we have the power within us to start the change in our lives. The problem is that we're focusing too much on the negativity. So there's nothing wrong with polarity. We have the positive and the negative. It's all part of the universe, right? So this is something that I just learned from a wonderful star child, Akashic record reader, who happened to mention and explain this, and it made so much sense. So the positive and the negative are meant to be there for the purpose of knowing ourselves better. So whenever you know yourself in the positive, you're knowing yourself in a perspective. Whenever you're knowing yourself in the negative, you're knowing yourself in another perspective. So every single person in this world, even those people who we perceive as evil, okay? And I know this is very hard for us to, really digest, because it's not easy. It's not easy to remove ourselves from our emotions and see things from a higher perspective. But even those people who we perceive as evil actually have a purpose on this planet. They're showing us the ugly. They're showing us what humanity is capable of doing. We're here to experience each other and ourselves. So whenever you're having an issue and you're getting triggered by somebody, whenever you're feeling maybe a little bit of judgment towards somebody, or maybe you're feeling angry, or maybe you're feeling sad, or maybe you're feeling joyful, because that could be too. Every single emotion, every single thing that we're experiencing has a purpose on our lives. Mindy, she says, I'm a healer and I do heal myself. Absolutely. So it's important that we remember that. So whenever you're experiencing a moment, because I know it's hard sometimes when we're in the third dimension and we gonna get caught up. We get caught up in the entanglement of all these different, I want to say like, it's almost like a spider web, right? It's almost like all these webs that we've created throughout history. And we're trying to untangle. We're trying to untangle and trying to find, the truth within us. So sometimes we can get caught in that. So for you, beautiful star child, if you're experiencing, because all of you are star children, if you're experiencing a hard time right now and maybe you're feeling down, just know that it's going to pass. Everything is just imagine like a wave. Just things kind of go back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. So maybe right now you're down. Maybe right now you're experiencing something what we call negative, right? That in itself, it's not going to stay like that forever. It's going to eventually end. You're eventually going to go back up. And we need that negative to experience the positive. We need the positive to experience the negative. So they're cohesive. Imagine like a yin yang, right? Yes, Celeste, absolutely. Ebbs and downs, ebbs and flows. Yes, absolutely. Naina, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dana says, hope and healing is exactly what is needed in this situation. Perfect. See, you're here for a reason, Dana. Duality, duality. Yes, we need the duality. We actually need the duality to experience ourselves. And the only way that you can really find the void, because the void is pretty much the unity of both, of the positive and the negative, of the masculine and the feminine, all of those energies that we say that are the polarity, right? The good and the bad, right? All of that, all of that is only experienced through meditation, only through meditation. And I know that some people try to experience it through certain drugs that give you, I guess, like a visual representation of what's happening in the universe. And I know that's a valid way to do it. But the problem with that is that you are dependent on an external thing to be able to experience that. So we don't really need anything external to experience. All we need is ourselves in meditation, sitting in silence, sitting in stillness, and going inside. It's important that you really start picking up on these meditation practices. There's a reason why I started that. It's interesting because I feel like everything is just aligned. There's a reason why I started this page and I started doing the guided meditations, because this is really an invitation for you, dear star child, to start meditating. You know, I'm serving as a guide for you. You don't need me, but maybe if you have a hard time getting started, then, you know, I'll be happy to guide you so you can go through and start maybe practice on your own. You know, and I'm here available. Anytime you have a question about meditation, DM me, let me know. Hey, you know what? Like, seriously, I don't know. What am I doing? And I'll be more than happy to help you. I'm a teacher. I'm a meditation teacher. Absolutely. So Celeste says, compassion, need patience with ourselves. Hey, yes, absolutely. We need to be patient with ourselves. We need to have practice compassion with ourselves. Remember, we both have the good and the bad. We want to think that we're all good, goody good. We're all goody good and we're not going to do anything wrong. But we do have the judgment within us. We do have, you know, sometimes we can get angry. We can get, you know, a little, you know, I can get my diva out sometimes. And that's okay. I accept myself unconditionally, right? I accept that because both of those things make me who I am. And I'm grateful for both of them because they are both teachers for me, both the good and the bad, right? The ability of giving myself self-compassion and the ability of giving myself maybe a little bit of judgment, and experiencing both of those emotions, both of those interactions with myself, and understanding that those two things are meant to be there for a reason. So Diddy says, I've started meditating a bit more. I tend to fall asleep straight away, though. And that's okay. That happens a lot whenever you're starting meditation. It happens to me sometimes. One thing that I would say when it comes down to meditation, if you're falling asleep, it could be that your body is a little tired. So just honor your body. It's okay if you do fall asleep. It's a good tool for that as well. So if you experience, a hard time falling asleep, then that's a really great way to fall asleep. So Darlene says, I've never meditated, don't know how. Okay, Darlene, so I'll be more than happy to help you. If you DM me your email address, I'll send you a free guided meditation to help you. And I'm here every Monday mornings at 9 a.m. And I'm thinking about changing it to 9 p.m. because I feel like a lot of people can't make it to the 9 a.m. I do keep the meditations on there. On the page. Of course, if you're interested in keeping up with my page, make sure that you like the page or turn on the notifications or subscribe if you're watching from YouTube. Because I'm posting, obviously you'll be able to know whenever I go live, and then you'll get the reminder, right? You'll get the reminder to meditate. But every week I do a meditation. It's all intuitive. I don't really do scripts. I just allow myself to flow. I open my own Akashic records and I allow my own intuitive soul to pass through whatever it needs to pass through. So obviously it's all for you. But yeah, if you want to start with meditation, just send me your email and I'll send you send me your email by on my DMs, or you can go to bloominglotushealingart@gmail.com and send me an email there. Claiming your free meditation, and I'll give you a a small. Actually, I have 2 meditations, so I can send you 2 meditations. So you get that. So anyway, so that's one thing that I wanted to let you know, because right now we are, of course, experiencing a lot of really heavy energies, and a lot of star seeds are getting caught up in the entanglement, right? That's happening, and that's normal. So, but that's the purpose. That's the purpose of me sharing this information with you, is to remind you, so that way you can, start looking around and saying, okay, yeah, I'm kind of focusing too much on this negativity, or maybe focusing too much on this. What is a better way for me to do this, so that way I'm not, lowering my vibration? So that's one thing that I want to say. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you're liking the page. So okay, so I'm going to make an announcement for those people who participated on the raffle. I'm going to do the. So for those of you who don't know, I was collecting some information on how to do better meditations, and the people who participated on the survey that I did, I did a raffle, and they're gonna win. This person is gonna win a 1-hour session with me. I do oracle readings as well, personal ones. So you can go to my page. Let me just go ahead and put this over here, so that way you guys have it. I have a bunch. I'm gonna put a bunch of different information here on the comments. So you have there a bunch of different ways that you can connect with me and also support this page. Okay, so I'm going to announce the person. Okay, I'm just going to select this right now live. The person who is winning the raffle for a 1-hour session with me. So let's see. Okay. Ooh, okay. So I don't think she's online right now, but Amanda Vera, you won the 1-hour session with me. So I will be contacting you. I have your email. So I will be reaching out to you. And so yeah, so she won a 1-hour session with me. That's awesome. Maybe I'll have another raffle soon. So we'll see. Okay, guys. So I'm going to use the Oracle of the Unicorns tonight, and for the readings. And hi, Jessie. Let me just see who else is here. Jessie. Hello, Naina. Hello, Mindy. And Dana, Celeste. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Awesome. Okay. So who wanted, I think it was Dana. Dana, you said you wanted a reading, right? And then Didi. Am I saying your name right, Didi? Or is it Diti or Didi? I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm trying not to chop names right now. Okay, so hello, Mindy. Okay, so let's see. Dana, are you still here, honey? Let me know, so that way I can pull a card for you. Let me know. I'm gonna just release some energy from the cards. Connecting with the energy. Let's see. Okay, D. Okay, all right, D. Awesome. Awesome. I don't know if Dana's here. I think Dana. Okay, Dana's here. Okay, awesome. After Dana, then I'll have D. Okay, I'm gonna call you D, so that way I'm not killing your name. I'm not trying to kill anybody's name here. Chop names off. Okay. All right. So Dana. What do we have for Dana, dear universe? Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm pulling one card here. Dana. Okay. Baby girl. This is the card that came for you, intuition. And so you're kind of like in between. You're trying to make a decision right now. You're trying to find what's the right thing to do, or where to go, or what direction to go. So this is the thing. There's a lot of chatter right now for you. in your mind, and that's the reason why you're having a hard time. It's like your mind and your heart are speaking at the same time, and you don't know where the information is coming from. So one thing that I would say for you right now is to really, so it's interesting, right? I just talked about meditation. So this card is really calling you to go into meditation. Okay. And the reason why is because your heart is really the source of your intuition. And I can go even deeper. Your womb is even further the source of your intuition. So going into that void, into that darkness in your womb, um, you can so you can do a meditation. So this is what I suggest for you to do, to find clarity right now and find the correct way to go, because I can't tell you where to go. You have the sovereignty as a light being to make a decision. Okay, just remember, I understand it's scary. I understand it's scary to make a decision sometimes, because we have to take full responsibility for ourselves, and that's scary. Okay, but you've got to remember that you are supported no matter what. Okay, you're never wrong, if that makes any sense. But if you really want to follow the higher path, if you really want to follow the intuitive path, then you want to go ahead. You want to take a moment and meditate. And when you meditate, when you go into silence, you're going to focus your mind's eye, your third eye. You're going to focus into your third eye for about, I don't want to put time, just for as long as you wish. Okay, let's just put it like that, until you feel ready to focus your mind's eye to your womb. The way that you do it, you're going to do this mudra. This mudra right here is the mudra of the womb. You're going to put this on over your womb. Okay? You are going to put this over your womb, and you're going to allow the sensation of your hands on your womb, like on top of your belly, on the very bottom, on the very bottom of the belly, right? You're going to focus your attention to that area and just breathe into that area. So imagine, like whenever you're breathing, you're taking a deep breath, and just take as many deep breaths as you need. Doesn't matter, how many, just until it feels right for you. And then just breathe into that, finding that void, that silence, that darkness within you. Darkness is not bad. That darkness within you, right? It's going to be a moment of silence. Okay, so do it until you find silence within you. You are going to hear a whisper. You're going to ask the question, what is it that I need to do? Whichever question, which direction. You don't have to say it here. It's fine. Okay. And allow the whisper to come through. It's going to come through, and you're going to know exactly what to do. Okay. Hi, Shalike. How are you? Absolutely. Hello. Hello. So, Dana. So, okay. So let me know once you do. I really want you to message me after you do it. Just do what I'm prescribing to you right now. Do it. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. It's better if you do it at a time when everybody's asleep. Maybe you can wake up a little earlier before everybody wakes up, and do it in that very morning, in that very early morning state. And the reason why is because whenever you wake up early and you are meditating really early in the morning, and I'm telling you this because of my own experience, everybody else is sleeping. So the energy is more, how do I say this? It's like there's not so much energy from everybody in, around in the planet, especially in your area. So if you do it early in the morning, even before sunrise, and just allow yourself to be in that silence, give yourself permission to do that, you will find the answer. Okay. Hi, Gigi. Beautiful. Beautiful Gigi. I love you, girl. I love those pictures you posted on Facebook. You look so gorgeous. I can't with your beauty. You're gorgeous. Okay. So let me know if that helped you, beautiful. Let me know. And then I think after it was D. Let me see. What do we have for you? What do we have for D? What do we have for D, dear universe? I know I'm prescribing things to people, but For me, this is just the style of things that I like to do, just to kind of give you tools to help you. Okay, this one wants to come out. Okay. So for you, beautiful, I'm so sorry, Dana. So I think that in your case, your decision has to do with letting go of trying to control or trying to find out the reason and allowing things to flow. There's a lot of souls that are passing. I'm not saying that that's the case for your family member, but there's a lot of souls that are passing because they are supporting us from the higher realms to help us in this process of, we're going through a transition, almost if we're going through the like if we're being reborn and we're going through the process of getting out of the mama's belly and going out, and that darkness that the baby experiences in that canal, that's where we are right now. So there's a lot of other people out there who are passing on, who we may not think any much of them, but you got to remember, everybody is a star seed. Everybody is a soul. So a lot of them are passing on to help us from the higher realms to move forward. So if that's the case, for you, I just want to give you that that insight, but I don't think that's the situation for you. But just for those of you who have lost somebody, especially now through this time, know that those people are actually helping us in this process of being reborn. Mindy, thank you. Okay, so I have D. So I have the light card that came for you. So, all right. So make sure that you're counting your blessings, that you are taking the time to practice gratitude as much as possible. If you happen to experience any moments where you get out of yourself, out of your alignment, know that you have the ability to get back with only just counting your blessings. So, okay. All right. So hang on, guys. I will get to you guys in a minute. So I will get to you guys in a minute. I forgot to bring my pen and paper, but I know. So D, for you, absolutely, TJ. I will definitely do a reading for you too. All right. So right now, you've got to remember, or try to remember, whenever somebody kind of gets you aligned again with what I said earlier. Whenever you're feeling like you're entangled in that situation, where you're feeling the low vibes, you're feeling maybe like annoyed, or like you want to like just slap somebody. I'm not saying that you want to do that, but I'm just saying, sometimes we get like that, right? Just try to like reel it in and count your blessings, and that's going to be a really great tool for you to get yourself out of that energy, if that makes any sense. Get unstuck from that energy. Another thing that I see here is, so this card is telling me, connecting with your playful self, connecting with that curious, kiddish self that you have within you, and allowing yourself to be playful, even get creative, take a little bit of time to maybe make some art or some craft or something crafty with your hands. I see a lot of playfulness in here that you're being invited to do, so make sure that you do that. Another thing that I see here for you is so making wishes. So lately you've been making wishes, and sometimes you wonder if they're going to happen or not. So my invitation to you is to connect with the feeling of that wish being true, if that makes any sense. So connect with the feeling of that wish being true. And you will be surprised of how many miracles will come into your life. So those wishes that you have in your heart, that you've been wanting to connect with, that you've been wanting to manifest in your life, are possible. They're not impossible. It's just a matter of just connecting with the feeling of that wish coming true, if that makes any sense. Okay, D, I got you too. Brenton, hello. Blessings to you, honey. All right. So let's see. Next person that we have here. Please be kind, guys. If you have nothing else to say that it's not kind, then you have no reason to be here in my page. So if you're going to say anything unkind, I will delete your comment and I will ban you. Just because I don't want to invite that energy into this space. Okay? Brandon, hello. If you're going to say anything unkind, I will delete your comment. There we go. So, sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, the next thing here is, let me see who else. You're very welcome, Dee. Yes. No, absolutely, guys. I see. Sorry, I was like reading your comments. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of got like, distracted here. Okay, so let me see. I have TJ. TJ, are you still here, honey? Let me go ahead and do a reading for you, TJ. Thank you so much, Samantha. It's okay. So one thing that I want to remind ourselves is that whenever somebody is saying anything negative towards us, and we have to remember that, of course, we have to acknowledge that they're in pain. We have to acknowledge that they're going through their own, let's say, their own pain, their own insecurities. And really, it's not about me, it's about them. It's their projection of how they feel. So they're projecting how they feel about themselves on me. So, but of course, I don't have to accept that, right? So there's a story from the Buddha that I learned on Vipassana. I went on a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. And on this retreat, there was a story that was told to us from Buddha, where this man came in and he was really angry, so Buddha was meditating, right? And he was just like, just meditating and just in his bliss. And this man comes in and he's angry and he's just like, I'm going to throw this at you. I'm going to throw that at you and this and that and this and that. And, and he was like really angry at Buddha. And then Buddha says to him, he says, so apparently in the East, people, whenever they go to somebody's home, they bring a gift. So like if you get invited to somebody's home, you typically bring a gift. So he says, so this is the gift that you're bringing me? And he said, and then the guy was kind of like, what are you trying to say? He said, well, if I came into your home, would you want me to bring you a gift? And he said, of course, that's the custom, right? So then he said, well, I don't want your gift. You can go ahead and go out, and I don't want that gift that you're trying to bring me. Basically, he was just saying that he wasn't going to take his energy because he would, it's just why engage in that type of behavior? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like if the only way that you can engage with that behavior if you lower your vibration, which it happens. We all engage with that. Sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes we get in the lower vibration, but it's not necessary. So anyway, awesome, TJ. Awesome. All right, so TJ, let me see what we have here. Healing. Ooh, okay. TJ, for you, 2 cards came through. The first one that came through is rebirth. I'm going to honor both cards for you because they came through and I have to honor them. So the first card that came through for you is rebirth, and the second card that came through is anger. I'm not really sure if that was really for you, if it was really for the other person. That was probably for the other person. So I'm just going to put this on the other side. But I just wanted to show you that. So TJ, let's see. Okay. So it's interesting because this is kind of aligned with what I said earlier with the reading that I had this morning from the unicorns for the All Starseeds. Okay, so basically right now, you are being called to follow your heart's desires, your dreams, your passions, your ideas, the things that you want to kind of create in the world, how you would like to kind of express yourself into the world. But right now, because of this transition that we're experiencing, you may feel a little, how do I say this? You may be feeling a little lost in this transition because, of course, it's hard, and it's hard to see ahead sometimes. So my recommendation to you in this regard is to allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to free yourself from the preconceived notions of what's been put on you in the past. So maybe you were told that you were supposed to be a certain way, or maybe you were taught that, you know, people are supposed to behave a certain way, or supposed to be this, or maybe you were told that I don't know, like you're supposed to do this to make money, or you're supposed to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever it is, right? So because of that, those constrictions that have been, remember, those are not you. Those are constrictions that were given to you as programming. So you want to observe that as not part of you. And it's hard sometimes because you're kind of entangled in it, right? So what you want to do is you want to try your best to observe your thoughts. So this is how I would say it. So observe the thoughts that are coming up in your mind whenever you're kind of like, maybe you're second guessing yourself. You're like, oh, maybe you have this dream, right, that comes up, and you're like, oh, I would like to do this. But then this other thought comes through and it's like, no, well, you know, you're not supposed to do this, or, you know, this is not how your life is supposed to go, or whatever. So what you're going to do is you're going to, and I know it's going to be hard. It's going to take practice, but you're going to stop it. You're going to be like, no, that's not true. Where are you coming from? And maybe meditate on those thoughts and see where they came from. And the reason why you want to see where they came from is not to blame the people in your life who have imposed these thoughts on you, or imposed these ideas on you. The idea is to have a deeper understanding on why it happened. So that way you find almost like a full circle, like you find a final healing within that. You can actually let go and understand, oh, it didn't come from me. It's from a third party. So I can just go ahead and put this aside. This is not me. And you kind of just move on to the next thing. So you may have a couple of those come through. Maybe you'll have more than one time that this happens. And there's a little bit of work when it comes down to that. But I can assure you that even if you feel like you're not moving forward, you are. Okay, so hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you. But give yourself the life that you deserve, like the dreams and the ideas that you want to portray in the world, the way you want to express yourself. Allow yourself to do that. Be your you as you. You are your you as you. You are unique. You have your own, let's say, mark in this world. So don't let third party preconceived notions keep you from expressing that into the world. Okay? So hopefully that helped. And let's see. And then Mindy said, that's what I mentioned with shadow work, to resolve old programming. Yes. So Mindy, you're right. That is so true. So shadow work is so important. You know, at this time, more than ever, we have to really do a lot of shadow work. That's really the path of healing, is doing that shadow work. And shadow work doesn't mean that you're rejecting the shadows. It doesn't mean that you're that you're putting down the shadows. Really, shadow work is recognizing the lessons within the shadows, if that makes any sense. Hi, Tina. Oh my goodness, my beautiful Tina, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. I love my people. Okay. And TJ, let me know if that helped you out, okay? So let's see. Chissa, thank you. Let's see. I'm trying to see who else was after TJ. Hang on, guys. My beautiful Tina, I love you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful. If you want a reading, let me know in the comments so that way I know that you want a reading. Thank you, Mindy. I love your energy too. Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful for you guys. Okay, okay, Mindy. So I have Mindy and then Shalikwe. Did I say that right? I hope I did. I'm not trying to chop people's names. Please let me know if I'm saying it right. You're so welcome, TJ. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'm live every Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to do meditation, I'm live I'm probably moving it to the nighttime every Monday at 9, usually at 9 a.m. Eastern time, but I may be moving it to 9 p.m. for my people. Okay. All right, Mindy. So I got you. And then after that, I was Shanique, right? So I hope I said that right. Okay. So Mindy, I'm pulling one card. Okay. What do we have for Mindy? Dear universe. Okay. Ooh, Mindy. Okay, Mindy, are you ready for this? Look what card came up for you. It's not a joke, right? I love the unicorns, but 2 cards came for you. So this one, I have to honor both. And then this is adventure. I love the unicorns for that reason because they're just amazing, right? Okay, so Mindy, of course, they're pretty much just celebrating you for being a healer and kind of just honoring you. That's the one thing that I see here, of course, that you have powerful healing gifts, and then you're able to share those gifts with the world. And we're grateful for you for stepping into your power, stepping into your beautiful strength, and elevating the energy of the universe by creating the space for yourself, healing yourself. For every time you heal yourself, you're healing everybody around you. So of course, that is pretty much a confirmation of that. Also, making sure that you stay true to your path of healing. Making sure that you're always making those decisions based on your true path, always guiding from the heart. And the one thing that I see here is, so this card with the adventure card, what I'm seeing here for you is, it looks like they're talking about a new location or traveling. Of course, right now it's kind of crazy, right? But it looks like this is in your path. Like you will eventually, looks like it's something that you're looking to do or you want to do. But maybe, of course, right now there may be apprehensions because of the situation in the whole world. It's understandable, but eventually that's going to manifest for you. And then, just dare to do it, just dare to take that step forward and do things a little differently. Sometimes when we think that we, try to see things in a different perspective, if that makes sense, on the way you're going to go along in your path. Don't get, continue to be a river and don't get caught in being a lake, if that makes any sense. Hello, Iris. Hello. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. So another thing that I see here for you So much magic for you. Oh my goodness. So, are you practicing Reiki? It looks like Reiki is coming through for me here. So, definitely connecting with that Reiki energy. Yes, it is an adventure. I agree. It's we have a oh my goodness, we have a spiritual universe within us. So, okay, all right, so that makes sense. So I'm seeing Reiki over here. All right, sounds good. Maybe combining those things, combining the Reiki healing with other modalities. I don't know if that's something that's allowed or not. I'm not necessarily a practitioner of Reiki, so I don't know if that's a possibility or not. But maybe playing around with those ideas and seeing different ways of combining different medicines that you're connecting with, and creating your own, let's say, concoction of medicine for others. Mindy, she's a counselor. Awesome. Are you practicing Reiki and with your counseling, or are you offering the Reiki as well? Maybe that's something that you can include in there. I'm pretty sure that would be really helpful. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for showing up. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I love it. So much magic for you. Okay. So let's see. Who was the next person? I forgot already. I think it was Shaniqua. Shaniqua. Yes, awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for your journey, Mindy. I'm so grateful for you. You don't have a practice yet? Future. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it sounds to me as if you're supposed to, or not supposed to, but it's kind of inviting you to mix different things in your practice. That's going to be your particular, I guess, your particular medicine, if that makes sense. Kind of mixing the things that you've brought into your life and all that. So yes, thank you, thank you. All right. So hang on, guys, because I think my hang on, guys, bear with me. Okay. Just want to make sure that I'm not burning my house down. I had a candle up. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's what you want to do? That's awesome. Yeah. And I think, okay, so can I say something, Mindy, to you? So regarding the healing modality, I feel like people nowadays are more open to combining these things. And I feel like counseling and Reiki are a perfect way to, I mean, seriously, think about it. It's a way to really open people up, and align them and help them align, and help them jumpstart the spirituality. And this work that you're going to do, or that you're working into doing, it's definitely the future. This is what is needed in the world right now. Literally, that's what we need right now. We're being called, all star seeds are being called to do this work, because this is the time now, today. All right, so let's see. Shaniqua, are you still here, honey? I think people are starting to know that they don't know. Yes, Samantha, I agree. I agree. I think I said your name right. Shalique. Shalique. Are you still here, honey? Let me know. I'm just kind of releasing the energy. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm so grateful. Yes, awesome. Okay. All right. So what do we have for my beautiful soul? Okay. Okay. So it looks like 2 cards are coming out, so we have to honor them. All right. Okay. So the first card that came up for you is support, support, support. And really look at that card. It's a beautiful card. I feel like that's the reason why I like to show the cards, because I feel like they have healing energy in them. And then possibility. That's the next card. And oh my gosh. Okay, no problem. Shilique. Sorry, Shilique. But anyway, sorry. I hate just making people's name, just mess them up, because, you know, but it's okay. All right, so we have here 2 cards that came out for you. So I am honoring both cards. And let me see. So sometimes you tend to do things on your own a lot, and you happen to be you have this warrior spirit that I sense from you. And you want to really just move forward and just, you know, go for things, and just really just be like, okay, I can do this. I'm independent. I can get things done. And a doer, like you have this really just strong energy, this warrior energy within you. That's a really good energy to have. That's obviously a beautiful, wonderful energy to have, because that energy is what has constructed the world, right? So that energy is the energy that has made us thrive throughout these years. And of course, that energy will make you thrive throughout your years. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also a good idea to find the balance between both. So that energy, the go energy, is a masculine energy, has nothing to do with gender. So the masculine energy, that go energy, and then the feminine energy, which is more of the nurturing and more of the you know, kind of like slowing down and listening, and maybe being in the void, maybe meditating, maybe being in the darkness for a bit, even maybe being a little creative, allowing yourself to express yourself, or maybe channel that energy that you have, which you have a lot of energy within you, channeling that energy into more creative energy. And that could be in the form of painting. It could be in the form of dancing or singing, even humming to yourself, like, oh, you know, whatever you want to do. It's okay. Just allow yourself to create, to connect with that creative energy, because that's going to bring you back into balance. And the reason why is because you seem to be kind of it's like, it's that so much of that energy that it burns you down into ashes sometimes, and then you feel like you can't go anymore, but then you feel like you have to. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for support. It's okay to go to people and say, hey, you know what, I really need a break, you know, and giving yourself permission to do that, you know. So one thing that I was talking to with a friend of mine, actually, there's a live that I did last Saturday. If you guys want to check it out, I was introducing a friend of mine to ceremonial cacao. And I don't know, it wasn't that. It was the live before that. It was a live that I was that I did with a sound healer. She was talking about sound healing and giving information about that. So make sure you check it out. It's on my page. You can scroll down. You'll find it. It was last Thursday. And so basically, we were talking about how we just forget to slow down, because we are just in this hustle mode, hustle mode. And because of that, we burn ourselves down to the ground. So that's where, you know, we start experiencing anxiety, or maybe we start experiencing maybe sadness, or maybe we start experiencing, you know, a little bit of anger towards others, because, you know, I mean, we're overwhelmed. So and then yes, I do need to do things I love. I overwhelm myself all the time. It's super hard to slow down. Okay, so yeah, this is what it's telling you. And it's interesting, because the energy of possibility is really what it's telling me here is that you are somebody who, you're a go-getter. Like, you believe in yourself 100%, and you know that you can get things done. And you have high standards. Like, you have high standards for yourself. And because of these high standards, sometimes you tend to be a little too hard on yourself, right? So try to, and not hard on yourself in a way that you're beating yourself down, but more like hard on yourself is like, no, I gotta get going. So my invitation to you tonight, and for now on, and you know, you can come back as many times as you wish, and I'll remind you as many times as you wish, to slow down. doing that meditation, giving yourself. So there's a saying, I don't know if it was Buddha or I don't know where it came from, but there's a saying, if you're meditate every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes. If you're too busy, then that's when you meditate for an hour. I don't know who said that, but it's so true. When you are in such a go experience and experiencing your life in that go fashion, then you tend to burn yourself down, and then you can't show up for the things that you love, for the things that you want to do, for the people that you love. So you want to make sure that you find yourself in that. Okay. So yeah. And then if you want to email me at bloominglotushealingart@gmail.com, or you can DM me here your email, I'll be more than happy to send you some free meditations. But you also have the option to go through all of my videos. I have plenty of meditations on my page that you can just choose whichever you wish to go through. I also have it on my YouTube channel, so you can do that. Samantha says, I think it was Dr. Joe Dispenza who said that. Maybe, yeah. I don't really know where I heard it. I know I heard it somewhere. But it was like, if you need to meditate, if you're really busy, that's when you meditate for an hour. And I find that it really does help. I tend to be really really hard, like I burn myself down to the ground a lot. So I use meditation as my number one tool for everything. I mean, meditation has helped me out of a divorce. It's helped me out of, just really domestic violence and dealing with PTSD and dealing with, this is the reason why I'm so passionate about it, because I was dealing with PTSD. I mean, it was the weirdest thing because I never really had flashbacks before in my life like this. And so experiencing those flashbacks was such a weird thing, and experiencing the panic attacks and all that. And it's been such a beautiful tool. Like, it's been something that allowed me to really just heal myself, and if that makes any sense, understand that I have the ability to just go into that void and that center. Mindy says, have to jump off. Have a great evening, everyone, and thank you for a message from Spirit. Absolutely. Thank you for joining. I'm so grateful for your presence, Mindy. Thank you. Namaste, my beautiful friend. Please do come back. So yeah, definitely do look into it. Like I said, right now, like I said in the beginning of this live, is a time for us to really connect with ourselves. This is a time for us to really go into the healing modalities that are available to us, because again, we are the starseeds. We, all of us in this planet, have the ability to transition into a better or into a higher vibration, let's just say. Hopefully we can transition into a new way of thinking, into a new way of living, and it's not going to happen right away. I mean, we have thousands of years of experimenting, and then finally, after we're experimenting all this, right, then we're trying to figure out. And it's interesting, Samantha said that people are finding out that they don't know anything, and that's true. We're finally finding out what we don't know anything, that we're still lost, that we're all lost in this planet. And that's the reason why we seek for so many answers, right? So it's important that we understand. And this is something that's been said by many mystics throughout ages. If you guys look into history and you look into the history of every religion in the world, you always found those mystics, those people who found truth by going within, who found truth by listening to their intuition. So this is not something new. This is something that's been passed on, and it's been said many times, but we tend to get entangled. It's just part of the 3D mentality. It's just, we get entangled in the realities in the everyday lives. And we do live in a society that is kind of keeping us in a way enslaved in that consumerism and capitalism and all of that. So it's easy for us to get distracted. So don't beat yourself up, but just recognize when it's happening, and then accept it, and then work on it. Right? Meditation. Yes. Okay. I think it was Tina who I had there, and then Iris. Right? So, okay. So, Tina, I have, let's see, what's the message from the unicorn? What's the message from the, so I'm just doing one card, guys. I'm trying to get as many people as possible. I get so sidetracked, guys. So, sorry about that. Message from the unicorns. What do we have for Tina? What do we have for Tina? Tina. What do we have for Tina? And then after Tina's Iris. Okay, Tina. Cycles. Ooh, Tina. Look at this. Is this interesting that it came up for you? This card came up for you. Cycles. Okay, so this card. So this is talking about cycles and the cycles in your lives and kind of coming back into full circle in certain regards, but also paying attention to the cycles around you, so that way you can have a deeper understanding of why you're coming back to certain things in your life. I don't know if you remember I want to say like about a month ago, I posted a video where I was talking about how we have spirals in our lives, and sometimes we revisit things so that we can understand them a little deeper. So this is really what's coming through for me, is the spiral, coming back into that full circle, so that way you can understand a little better the reason why things happen and the reason how things played out in your life. So you're kind of getting this higher perspective, which is really beautiful. I see that that you're kind of getting this higher perspective, and don't second guess them. Don't second guess these higher perspectives that they're coming through for you, because you have developed your own intuition so far. So don't second guess these. And I see also part of this of the cycle was necessary for your own transformation. So when I see this cycle, I see just a transformative, and I see growth. Basically, that's really what I see for you, is growth in this cycle. So just remember that. Okay. Another thing that I would say is, so I'm really getting this message that to start looking outside at the cycles. And the reason why Chisa, no, I get you. Does it keep going out? That's strange. Okay. So basically what I see here for you is, with the cycles, is to start looking outside at nature, to get in tune with the cycle so you can understand the cycles better. Yes, it's a difficult cycle. Yeah. And it's important that you remember that you have wisdom right now. You have a deeper wisdom right now that you didn't have before. So just keep that in mind. Okay? You have a deeper wisdom right now that you did not have before. So just keep that in mind. Make decisions based on that wisdom that you've attained, that you acquired this whole time. And one thing that I also see for you, Tina, I don't want you to feel sad about this. I invite you to really, of course, allow yourself to go through the process, but also remember that this is a deeper understanding for you. Okay? But if you need to express, going back to your journal and expressing the emotions and expressing what you're experiencing, and maybe allowing those emotions to come out and come through for you, so that way you can really just release that and see things through a different lens and not through the old lens. Because remember, you have achieved a different perspective right now than you have before. Okay? I see it. I see the sadness. And I'm not denying you the sadness. So, don't feel like you have to, like you don't have to feel it, but just know that that this is a deeper understanding for you. And this is a different perspective for you. It's giving you a different understanding, a deeper knowing of what is right for you and what is not right for you. Okay? I kind of felt that. It's interesting. Some of you guys, I kind of feel you guys, your energies. And I kind of was thinking about you this week and I felt that from you. So it's kind of interesting. Even without talking to you, but I just felt it. All right, Iris. And then Chisa, you come after, okay? Iris, Iris, Iris. I'm pulling one card per person so I can be faster. Ooh, okay. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, Tina. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, girl. So one thing that I invite you to do is to every day before you start your meditation or before you start anything, just take a deep breath and allow yourself to release like that. That activates your throat chakra. Do that. Okay? Speak your truth. Never, never allow yourself to not speak your truth. Okay? Okay. Iris, this one wants to come for you. My beautiful Iris. Sending you so much love. Everybody send her love. Send her love. Send Tina some love. Yes. I'm sending each one of you, each person who happens to view this love and compassion, healing. Okay, so we got freedom for you, Iris. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. So freedom. So we have you're having a hard time claiming your independence because it feels different for you. It feels unknown. And because of that, you have a hard time like integrating into your life. So my invitation is to you tonight. Let yourself be free to be exactly who you are within and express yourself for who you are, every color of the rainbow that you are, because you are a beautiful being who deserves to be loved and cared for. Remember that. Don't forget that, because you deserve it. Just because we experience certain things in our lives, okay, it doesn't mean that we don't deserve the love and compassion from the universe. Pay attention to those people around you who are celebrating you, and pay attention to those people who are not. And those people who are not, those are not your people. Those are not your people. That's it. The people who celebrate you, the people who uplift you, the people who love you, the people who care for you, those are your people. So just remember that. So don't close yourself up. Open yourself up to be free, because you are free. We have freedom to express ourselves in whichever way or form that we want. It's just that we just forget because we had other people kind of like telling us not to, or maybe they weren't necessarily supportive. So then we kind of dim our own light. You don't have to dim your light for others at all. You're allowed to be as bright, as colorful as you want to be. Okay? So please remember that. Let me see. I'm feeling something else coming through for you. So make sure you connect with the energy of hope. I'm so sorry. Don't turn away from hope, because there's people who are your people. And this is just, okay, so one thing that I realize is that whenever we experience situations like that with people um, who are not really supportive of us and turn on us, or that's really on them. That's their own experience. That's their own. It's really not about you. Don't take it personal. It's their experience. It's their energy being projected onto you. Kind of like earlier, we just had somebody who I just happened to have to ban because he was saying ugly things to me, right? I don't know if you were here when that happened, but he was saying very negative things, and really it wasn't about me. It was about him and his way of seeing the world and his own pain and his own insecurities. So I just want you to remember that the people who are not aligned with you are going to fall off. The people who are not aligned with your truth, with who you are going to fall off. And that is, in a way, a blessing in disguise. So I know it's hard right now to hear that because it's painful. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself, even if you have to journal it out, or maybe you can meditate it out, or express it in any way, shape, or form that you decide to do so. Allow that to flow through. Don't repress that. And, give yourself the time to be sad about it and to ponder on it. It's okay, but just remember that there is still hope. Don't give up on hope. Okay? All right. So the next person I have here is, I think it was Tina Iris. And then who else did I have? I had one more person. Chisa. And then that's the last one that I have here. Chisa, you still here, honey? Oh my goodness, somebody gave me an angry face. What? Who's angry with me? Well, sending you love right back. Yes, Crystal, I can do one for you. I'll do Chisa and then you. And then after you, then I'll, awesome, Chisa. And then after you, we'll close it out. Okay. And guys, if you want a personal reading, make sure that you check out my page. I'm going to put, again, my, here. I'm just going to, let's see. Okay. I'm going to put my information down here. I know it probably looks a little clumpy because I have so many ways for you to support the page. But I also have my webpage where you can book a session with me. You also have the option to, what is it called? To donate at any time. I accept donations, and I'll, you just let me know in the DM. If you can't afford, just let me know. And I'll try to work with you. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that came up. All right. Let's see. For my beautiful Chisa. Chisa. So this one came out for you. Beloved. So for you, beautiful Chisa, breathing in love into your life, love into your current relationships, and remembering to give your love to the people around you, especially in tough times. It's important that you express your love. I see that there's some throat chakra coming through for you. Understanding that even when there's maybe anger or misunderstandings, underneath all of that, there's love. So let me just explain to you, kind of like imagine a cloudy day. There's a cloudy day in the sky, but there's still light coming through those clouds, right? Even if it's a very dark cloud, there's still the sun is behind it. That's what love is. So just remember that. Even when you're going through maybe a difficult time with your, your personal relationships and your loved ones or a partner, know that it's just temporary. And those clouds eventually are going to pass. And you guys can find a way of understanding each other again. It's just a matter of communicating. It's a matter of connecting with each other's hearts and going back to what really matters between you and your loved ones. Also, know that whenever situations arise in that regard, that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be loved or understood. It just means that there's just a energy that needs to be addressed at that moment. So look at it. So look at those moments whenever you're experiencing maybe certain situations where there's misunderstandings. It's just really energy that needs to be addressed. Maybe that wasn't necessarily expressed in the right way or the right direction. And I don't want to say the right way, but yeah, that it wasn't expressed properly. Let's just say that. And that's the reason why it sat there and it's creating kind of like that friction. So all you have to do is just really, it's address the friction and it's not the person, it's the friction, that energy. So it's really both people kind of working towards fixing that friction between each other, if that makes any sense. So instead of focusing on the other person and what the other person did or did not do or said or did not say, it's focusing on trying to understand what is the energy that created that and trying to address that with each other. Clear communication is absolutely necessary and imperative in situations like this. Okay? Let's see. Christelle, let me see. Also, Chisa, I'm seeing the light. Of course, I think for you, I mean, I'm seeing this starseed and light worker energy. And I think that's the reason why you're dealing with this, is because that you need to step into you're trying to step into your light. And these are things that are showing up for you, so that way you can clear those out so you can continue to step into your light. Okay? I'm seeing that for you. So I hope that makes sense for you. So so when we make the decision to start working in our light, or start working as light workers, or start stepping into our starseed status, then things start kind of showing up for us, so that way we can address them, so we can step into our light. Okay? Christelle, awesome. Christelle, beautiful. Okay, let's see. So what do we have for my beautiful Christelle? You're very welcome, Chissa. My beautiful Christelle. What do we have for Christelle? Okay. Oh, okay. This one wants to come up. This is a fun one. I love it. I did? Okay, awesome. I've been chopping people's names today. So I'm glad I'm not chopping your name. So we have Dance. Oh my goodness, look at that. So beautiful. I love that. Look at that. I love it. Okay. So you're being invited to connect with the cycles of the moon. And also you're being invited to celebrate yourself in these within these cycles. So the reason why is because there's going to be ebbs and flows within your days or your weeks or your months that you may feel like certain energies are stuck, or maybe you're feeling kind of like down, or maybe you're feeling up, or maybe you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm all over the place. So connecting, first of all, understanding the energies of the moon and understanding what they represent, it's a good idea for you to start looking into. And another thing, and you can find a lot of information on that everywhere. And then, awesome. And then, hello, Vogel. Greetings. So I have the energy of Dance here for you. So, okay, so why the cycle of the moon? What does that have to do with Dance? I'm going to tell you right now. Because if getting acquainted with the moon and acquainted with how the energy affects us, right? And those energy shifts sometimes create like a energetic, let's just say like gunk in our body. So dance is going to be a really great way for you to create a space for you to release that energy. So with any music that you want, doesn't matter. It could be, some Latin music. It can be, I don't know, some Indian music, whatever, some Arabic music. You want to do some belly dancing, whatever it is that you want to do. And you can prevent yourself from maybe feeling stuck or maybe feeling those really highs and lows by looking at the calendar and maybe looking at the moon, and then understanding ahead of time, and then kind of preparing yourself, saying, okay, you know what? Today is a good day for me to dance because I really need to release some energy. So it's a really good way for you to do that. And the reason why is because what is going to happen is that you're not going to feel like you're stuck, or you're not going to feel like these energies are kind of keeping you down. Also, another thing that's important that you've got to realize is that we're experiencing a lot of so I don't know if you're familiar with the Schumann resonance, but there's a lot of magnetic field type energies coming through. And sometimes if we have maybe certain things in our bodies that are not aligned, or maybe we have something stuck in our bodies, it could create maybe some headaches or maybe some pains. And then, it's kind of hard for us to really deal with those energies. So really, we kind of have to keep ourselves in that motion, so that way it could be released. This is something that's been practiced in spirituality for many, 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 many years, like thousands of years. Dance was a really great tool for people to experience themselves through dance, and even experience out of body experiences through dance. So giving yourself permission, you can just do it at home and go in your room and play some music and just go crazy, whatever. It's for you. It's really, and it's not for you to look pretty. It's not for anybody. It's just for you to express yourself and allow yourself to release everything that you need to release. Yes. Continue to do that, but make sure that you're paying attention to the moon energy, so that way you can kind of maybe understand a little bit more why you're experiencing the stagnant energy. I'm thinking there's a sister that I found that I met through online on Facebook, that works with this type of energy for women, especially for the cycles, because of course women, we have cycles. And of course we've used the energy of the moon for centuries and thousands of years to kind of have an idea of how to align, or a lot of times we align ourselves with the moon. So I'm thinking about bringing her over on one of my lives. I'm doing lives every other Thursday. So do turn on notifications, because I'm going to try to invite her over and talk about a little bit. Of course, she's more of the expert, but there is like a connection between feeling the lows and the highs and all that with the energy of the moon. So keeping that in mind. Okay. And then of course, of course you already listen to music when and you dance and you like to do that. So yeah, use that tool. It's just inviting you to use that tool whenever you're feeling those situations. But the moon and understanding the moon cycles is really going to help you kind of pinpoint when it's going to happen. So you're kind of prepared for it, and you're like, okay, today's a good day for me to dance. And then you kind of do it in the morning and then get it out of the way, and then you don't have to experience the gunky stuff, So, okay. All right. So how do I pronounce your name? Vrendelki Vogel? Did I say that right? Vrendelki? Christelle was my last person, but because you came and it's your first time and I've never seen you before, I will do your reading with the Oracle of the Unicorns. I'm pulling one card. So I hope I didn't. I'm just gonna call you Vogel. How about that? So that way I'm not killing your name. So Vogel, let me know if you're still here, and I'll do one for you. I'm excited and happy. Make sure if you're watching for the first time, thank you. If you're watching this on a replay, well, thank you for being all the way till now. Friendly bird. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's so beautiful. Friendly bird. I love it. Aw. Namaste, my friend. I love it. Okay. Lotte. Lotte. Okay. Awesome. Friendly bird. That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I feel like you're like a shaman energy. You got some shaman energy going on over here. I love it. Okay. So I'm pulling one card. So I'm gonna pull one card and see just all right, so let's see. What do we have for my friend? My friend, the shaman energy. I feel the shaman energy coming through. Okay, these two come on. Okay, I have to honor these. So 2 cards came out for you, even though I intended 1 card, but 2 cards came out for you. And the first one that came out for you is balance. Balance. And the second card that came out for you is hope, which is interesting because it's a card that came out for me this morning whenever I was doing a reading, general reading, and I had a message for Starseeds. And if you weren't here at the beginning, basically we were talking about staying positive and keeping ourselves in the higher vibration so we can move the planet forward. We were getting entangled too much in the lower vibrations, and we're being kind of stuck in these lower vibrations. So we have to really start looking at things on a higher perspective. Okay, so so we have balance and hope. So the first one, okay, so you're working really hard. It's time to take a break. It's time to really give yourself a chance to slow down. You really want to see a change. You want to see a change in the world, and you're kind of like so ready to see it happen, and you're putting a lot of energy into that. And that's beautiful. Absolutely. And I honor it. I honor that. But just remember that right now, it's also important that you take care of yourself, take care of your soul, of your spirit, of your emotions, of your body. Every single part of you is important and necessary for this planet. So remember to really take the time out to connect with Mama Gaia, to connect with Mother Earth whenever you're feeling, and you're going to feel those moments where you're feeling the energetic shifts and you're, okay, I'm feeling a little, or maybe you're feeling out of balance with your emotions, kind of getting back into that balance. And just know that the things that that you're wishing for are going to happen. They're happening and they're in the process. They're just sometimes take a little longer than we expect. And, it's just part of the process. It's part of our, I guess, our training, our 3D training or spiritual training, which sometimes it can get a little hard. And so just remember that you want to stay on the higher vibration. You want to focus on the positive. Don't get so entangled in the I want to say, okay, in the final destination, if that makes any sense. So there's really no final destination. So so just don't get so entangled in that. Try to stay as positive as possible, so that way you can really just focus a little bit more on the things that do matter, right? And staying grateful, staying, counting your blessings, and understanding that everything is part of a process. And even if you have to go outside, like if you're feeling out of balance, if you're feeling like things are just not aligned with you at the moment, there's nothing else that you have to do except just going outside, taking off your shoes, putting your feet on the ground, and allowing Mama Gaia to heal you, to bring you back to balance. You do that 10, 15 minutes a day, and I'm telling you, and even more if you can. If you can do it 30 minutes a day, just sitting down if you can, on the ground, if not, on a chair, and putting your feet down on the ground. Really, your feet are important to put them down on the ground, and that's going to bring you back to balance. And you'll see an immediate relief. I'm telling you, it's like the most powerful thing. I mean, we have medicine outside just by going outside. It's amazing. So, and then you said, I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. I honor you. Oh my goodness. My hormones killing me. I bet. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So let Mama Gaia take care of you. Mama Gaia is mama. She knows. She's like the ultimate ma, you know? So, so just remember that. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time here, make sure you like this page and or turn on the notifications. I'm grateful for you. And if you have any comments or anything, just feel free to DM me. You can book me on my page, and I'm pretty affordable, so you can book me. And if you have any issues right now, you're going through any struggles, just let me know, DM me, and we can work something out. So of course these were mini readings, so but it's time for me to leave now. And I am so grateful for your energy. I'm so grateful for you tuning in and for you just to spending time and sharing your beautiful energy. And I wish nothing and I pray nothing but higher vibration and love and kindness for each one of you, and healing. Bless you guys. Namaste.